So CMT, what is it? Contingent Management Team is what it stands for. They're the guys that build, develop and eventually run on event any contingents that UK Scouting sends abroad.
The CMT is a group of volunteers who put together so much time, 3 years of their time, to organise the logistics and everything that is needed to take a contingent of nearly 5,000 people to the other side of the world.
They tend to be put together for Jamborees, the Moots, and any sort of large international events.
So a small team, perhaps 5, 6, 7 for a Moot, perhaps 12, 13, 14 for a World Scout Jamboree, and they do everything that there is to do on behalf of the contingent.
I was Deputy Contingent Leader for the last World Scout Jamboree out in America. I was one of 3 deputies running different sections of the contingent.
And I've been on the CMT a number of times. I was on the CMT way back when for the Australian Jamboree, the World Scout Jamboree, the Eurojam for the UK World Scout Jamboree, and most recently for the Japan Jamboree and for the Moot.
My role was post-event, and myself and my team organised the activities outside of the actual Jamboree. This included 24 hours in New York City, a big city bingo challenge, 3 days in Washington DC, a Tri-Nations event, and taking 4,200 people to a baseball game.
The best moment of being CMT for me was towards the end of the Jamboree, the closing ceremony. There was an impromptu party held in the CMT office where there was lots of singing and dancing and pizza, and just watching the team celebrate what had been a great event was really special to me.
One of my best memories, I think, was a meeting with some Japanese scouts and Korean scouts when we were having a little celebration, and none of us spoke a word of each other's language, and it was a very, very fun event to be at.
My role was on the CMT for Iceland. We had 10 CMT members for 650 participants, stroke IST, and it was a fantastic opportunity. One of the best things I've ever done in Scouting, and I've done a few roles.
But my personal highlight was challenging the IST to go and do something in Washington that nobody else would do. As CMT, we managed to get ourselves a private tour of the Pentagon. This was absolutely out of this world. This was one of those moments that you look at, plan for so long, and it just turns out absolutely ideal.
Even to go out to a Jamboree or an international event, it's nice to have friendly faces, and I think that's what CMT are. Most people, certainly in the Moot, get the opportunity to meet every single one of us, engage with us, sometimes say things that might help make their life better. So we support them all the way up and try and work with the participants and the host nation to make sure that it's a smooth sort of event.
One thing that I wish I'd known before I went, I think possibly the amount of time it's going to take. It does take up a lot of time, because if you're not actually physically doing something related with an event, you're thinking about it, and it just does take up a huge amount of time, but it's very, very rewarding.
So my tip, if you're thinking about applying for the CMT, is really think about the time. You may need to give up your ordinary scouting job or another scouting job, or find some other way to make time to be an active member of the CMT to do the job well.
And the one tip I want to share with you is, if you think you're ready for a go at CMT, give it a crack. There's never a good time. You will make time to fit it in, and it is one of the best things you will ever do. So yeah, give it a go.
If I had to give people a tip about being on CMT, my tip would be just do it. You will never regret something you do. If you look back in 5 years' time or 10 years' time and you wish you had have been on CMT, it's too late. Try it, do it.